watching You Matters Happy Hour.
And thanks for joining us with myself, Scott Jones, and the beautiful, the rugged-looking Mr. Andy Lee.
Oh, good evening, Scott. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you, mate. First day back at work after half term, innit? I've got a day off on Friday for a training day. It's a tough one.
What job is this? Because I think me and a lot of people watching this probably want that same job.
I know, mate. Yeah, now I've had a nice half term, chilling, to be honest. I haven't really done a lot, which is in the sense of the DIY that people tend to do at Easter. I mowed the lawn, that was it. Luckily, there's not a lot to do in the garden, so nice and chilled fortnight for me. That was good. You didn't get one, though, did you? You don't get one, do you?
No, I mean, well, you may remember that last week I was at my burlesque inductions.
You were?
Induction, sorry. What do they call them?
Interview.
Not induction. Audition is the word.
Was it induction, though? Did you get the job? Is it an induction? That's the thing. We need to know
I will be getting an induction, mate, because I got the job. I am the new burlesque dancer.
Amsterdam's finest. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So have you had your trip away? I've had a couple of weeks off. Back to it today, but mainly stood in a field. So again, nice day. Stood around in a field, really. To be honest. Good evening, Jennifer, from me. Good evening, NMS. Good evening, Alan, and good evening, Linda.
Yes, and I echo those good evenings. But
yeah, obviously,
the same all again.
Yeah, I didn't really want to jump in that he wanted to speak to any of you, so I thought I'd just do it on my own accord. I get myself in trouble speaking for others, so I will just speak for myself.
That's fine. Andy, I'll bring some good news.
What's that?
To the show. So I don't know if you can see this, but I had this a couple of minutes ago. I'm pregnant.
Really? If you've got C, it's child. T is twins. I know.
No, there we go.
Yeah.
So just the one. It's a little bit. You upset me a little bit now. I did want twins.
Yeah. I know. I've had to do all those as well in the half term. I have to do 2 a week. It's horrible, isn't it? Because it's just that you know where the moment is that it's going to make your eyes water. So you take ages to get there, like it's never going to happen. So you're like, but you can feel it getting, and you know that moment. But it is what we have to do, isn't it? For
me, I don't know. I always get like the ears that I'm going to sneeze.
Yes.
But I can't sneeze now because if I sneeze, I'm going to poke it straight into my brain. So I'm trying to do it as quickly, thinking like I've got to do this for like another 4 seconds yet.
Yeah.
And then I'm not thinking I'm going to sneeze. So I'm trying to hold off my sneeze a little bit as much as I can. I've got it down to an art where I can just literally take out in time to sneeze.
You have to have the tissues ready, don't you? Because you get it out and it is like full on. Yeah. So if you have got COVID, everybody around you gets it anyway. Yeah. So
I mean, the best was we have to do them at work. We have to do them in like a communal area.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
So, like, you just see like everyone taking their stuff out of it's not training.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's really pleasant, isn't it? It isn't a pleasant thing, is it? But it's what we have to do. It's got to be done. Who else has come on? Nicola, Christina, eat your heartache. What's that? When was that? What was that about? NMS, enlighten me, because I missed that one.
I'm trying to think of Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, so what were we talking
about? Is it because of the burlesque thing? Christina Aguilera?
Lady Marmalade. Yeah, it could be, Lady Marmalade, isn't it? They were all dressed up. The pink was pink. Sorry, I'm back.
You look like you were like deep in thought then about
Christina Aguilera. I was. Yeah. There could have been an air bubble then just for pink. Evening, Lou. How are you? NMS, it's the gagging with me.
I mean, so much. That's not. Lee Whitehouse, very good evening each. Well, a very good evening to you, Mr. Whitehouse.
Yeah, welcome, Lee.
Start of your week's been a bit better than the end of your week.
Sat in your chair, and I sat in your chair.
I mean, Lee, what do you reckon it is? Andy, an improvement on yourself, or?
Yeah, you can't put him. You can't put him that because he's going to be embarrassed. You can't put that on the guy.
I wanted to put him in an awkward position.
You have put him in an awkward position. He'll want me as the front of his leaflet next. That's what's going to happen. Funny enough, I was talking to somebody the other night, Lee, and just randomly, for no apparent reason, your name was brought up. It was relevant to the fact there's a guy that just popped up. And did you go round on a bike doing all your sort of things, Lee? Did you go on a bike delivering your leaflets and canvassing? Is that something you did in the past?
mean, can you ride a bike?
Can you ride a bike? That's a question. And can you with the potholes? Potholes, you got to watch them, haven't you? No, just a genuine question. Somebody mentioned, is he the guy that used to go around canvassing on his bike? And I just wanted to, I thought I'll clarify that on Monday night if Lee's on. Sometimes, oh, well, it could have been you then, Lee. It could have been you. Good evening, John.
Good evening, John.
John's the guy, Scott, that I mentioned had done the comedy gig like you're doing.
Yes, I had a watch of that on YouTube. It made me realise that I'm way well behind par. I've got a lot of work to do.
Well, I met up with John last week, and to be fair, he's a top guy, very witty, very dry, very very chatty, and very nice bloke. So welcome, John, and thank you for coming back on again. But I did mention to Lee and Scott, and obviously he sent us the link, but it was the same thing, ultra comedy or whatever that John had done in the past, and he'd love to do more. So we will wait. Yes,
definitely. And John might be hitting you up for some tips as well. So
there you go. And knowing John for the hour or two that I've actually known him, I know he would help you happily, Scott. So,
I need all the help I can get, mate.
Yeah, you do, to be fair. Yeah.
No, thanks for that. Yeah, it's really nice.
Lee's got an electric bike. Happy days. Perhaps that's it then. Perhaps that's it, Lee.
That's just lazy.
Yeah, it is sneaking up on people at high speed.
I just imagine Lee flying. Like, remember that game? Like, when I was a kid, but yeah, from like the early 90s, Paperboy.
Yeah.
Just going on his bike, just throwing
leaflets into people's gardens.
Yeah, I always just end up smashing their windows or something. Or
you can't have with a leaflet, can you?
No, but
it'd just flutter down. They'd have been the gutter, wouldn't they? Because they wouldn't even get to the garden.
Unless you put a brick attached to them, then they'd go a bit further.
Or make it into a paper plane. You could make a paper plane, couldn't you, and just see if you can do the letterboxes. Why am I doing it that way? I don't know what's going on. Doesn't half confuse me knowing which way I'm supposed to be. That way, you're over there. You're on the shelf over there.
I always find if you point in the opposite direction, so if I point away from you, then I point towards you on the camera.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. It's good that we can rehearse live, isn't it? Good job. We've got a very tolerant audience that can reverse. We can I5 and everything. Look, where have I gone? There we go.
Oh no, wrong way. There we go.
There we go. And everything. Look at that. Hey, it's a good job we can do this. We can rehearse live. It's always nice to be prepared.
It's weird because I'm kind of going like away from myself to the high five.
Yeah.
So where do we get to? Lou says first day back at work, done 10,000 steps today. What have I done today? I think I've been a bit lazy today. I've done 7,000.
I think I can do that on my phone, but I don't. No, I can't because I haven't had it with me. So that'll be about 4. I don't know.
Oh, that old chestnut. Oh, I've done loads. I just didn't have it with me.
Well, I don't carry my phone with me today. We're not allowed ours, so I can't take it. We have to work to live in Scotland.
Get yourself a Fitbit.
I've got a watch $14.99 from Tesco. Looks like an SAS watch, so it makes me look hard.
One of those that like looks really good, but was just made really cheaply. They're the best ones.
$14.99. It looks like one of the chronological big macho ones.
Hey, the comment from NOS saying Chubby Brown in the making. I don't know whether that's a good thing or take offence to that. Is she saying? Is it the FB side of things that she's getting at, or
Facebook?
Facebook. That's the one, mate. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah.
What's that,
John? So just going back to John's comment. Are you rehearsing now? At the moment, no, because it's not to November. Apparently, it's been a bit starting on getting it going. They haven't arranged for us to do the training yet. I think 8 weeks training on it. So I do need to try and find out when that starts. But I'm writing things down, trying to make notes for myself of things to talk about. I'm just not a very funny guy, so funny looking, but not very funny at talking. So I don't know why I agreed to do it, but there we go.
John's got a great starter joke that he came up with, but John did it as well. So he's done exactly the same thing with that same ultra comedy that you did. John's got a good starter joke, and I think that's the trick: getting a starter joke in it.
Yes, something to make a good impression.
Yeah. Good impression of gang. Good impression. There's a good impression for you. Look,
there we go. That's a great impression.
You could do that.
I'm terrible with impressions.
Yeah, I'm not. That's the only thing I can do.
No. I'm loving the NMS bike. It's called Scott, though. That's pretty impressive.
And Lou's had her first day back at work today. She's done. We've done that one, haven't we?
Yes. We're a bit further down.
Yeah, we're a bit sorry. My apologies, guys. I'm way behind. NMS wants to come and trim my beard. You keep saying that. I've actually thought I've never had it done properly, obviously. So I might get it done properly, but I don't want anyone to I want to grow it longer. And I actually quite like it messy rather than this fashionable trim thing. So I am going to get it done because it's getting a bit wispy here, but I don't want them to cut the length off. So I am going to treat myself not treat myself, but I'm going to go and get it tidied up. But I don't want a fashion beard where it's all bloody, twatty. That's so weird. Sorry if anybody's got a fashion beard. I apologise.
No problem. Just trying to scroll through. So I think Lee's been sorted with the Jennifer's comments. I think she meant leaflet, not left. Saying she got Lee's leaflet. NMS loves Chubbs. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of Chubbs? But I was just hoping you're referring to me being a comedy genius rather than me being a particular type of person, should we say?
Well-rounded, Scott. Well-rounded person you are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have got a T-shirt that says you saw a couple of weeks ago. Holly's joining us. It says evening. Welcome, Holly. Thanks for joining in on the show. John says because it is great to do. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Although I've got a lot of friends who like to see me fail. They will be making the event. So I'm a bit worried that they'll be trying to make it as awkward as possible for me. So just on this note, Andy, did you play my quiz on Friday night?
I did. We were failed miserably this week. We got hammered. I've got a couple of family members involved now. My son, who lives with his girlfriend at their family home. He's while he waits for his house to be finished, he played, but they hammered us this week. We didn't even. I think we were 38th. We were comfortably dumb this week, and we were 38th. We were dire this week. Absolutely, we didn't get. I think we got one question in the first 2 rounds. It was like randomly rubbish this week.
Well, at least you weren't playing against a celebrity at the time.
Yeah, we were this week.
Yeah. I was just trying to, hide the fact that you failed miserably in front of a celebrity.
Well, we failed the week before, Scott, when you weren't on. After round 1, we were second.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah, and then we fell to something like 11th, 12th, something like that. But yeah, last Friday, mate, we were awful. And we were even beyond old Yaya Ding Dong, who's just dropped in as well.
Hello, Russ.
We were dreadful this week, really bad.
Because on that note of my friends trying to see me fail and watch me. So obviously a big moment for me. I had the Chaser Paul Sinner taking part in my quiz. I put a picture up as a question of myself with Paul Sinner.
You did.
And one of my friends put in the comment to say he keeps that by his bed, on the side of his bed every night, which Paul saw and commented on. So yeah, it's always good when your friends stitch you up, isn't it?
But it was Russell's right. The questions were from a being able to answer point of view. As my son has only done the other woman's quizzes with us, he was really impressed with your professionalism because we bigged you up, and luckily you delivered. But yeah, Russell's right. The questions from somebody who's not that educated in that, they were awful. We were like, what? We were just randomly in the end just going, let's just try and get some points here.
I don't want to say anything, but I did click easy when we selected the questions. So
no way. Some of them were like, nah, they weren't. I'm with you. Yeah. I'm going to call him yeah. That'll do. I'm with you, mate. That was like they were awful questions.
So I think the problem with them is we've done that many quizzes with easy questions. I think I'm like the system's running out of easy questions to give me.
And I think as well, I suppose if you are on a lot of quizzes, because we've only been doing it 3 or 4 weeks, you get to know a lot of the answers. That's how you build your knowledge, isn't it? But I've got to say your quiz is head and shoulders above any others we've been on. And it is, so I've got the family coming on now. And now Friday night is quiz night. And it's like you get a text say, we haven't settled on a name yet. We want one name. But because we've been crap every week, we change it.
You need to think of a good name that people can interact with, like Yaya Ding Dong when we all go.
Yeah. We've gone comfortably numb the last 2. We had Raoul Jimin quiz the other day. We did.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. That was that one. We've always got the same picture. We've just got rubbish. We can't think of a good name, but we think Comfortably Numb's going to be the settler. We think we quite like that.
Okay, well,
Paul said he looked like he'd just woken up, didn't he? He did look like he'd just woken up.
well, he ordered an Indian in the middle of it.
I know, and I thought, did you have to pay? You didn't have to pay him, did you?
Nah, he
No,
did.
that's
He
all
did
right.
come on just spout the kindness of his heart. To be fair,
Yeah, no, it's great. Great for you, isn't it? He's done a few, hadn't he? That I think there was a few where he'd done some this week, hadn't he?
yeah, he's from the speed quizzing thing. He's a patron of the actual speed quiz company
Okay.
that like he likes to jump on. So I got in contact and he managed to jump on for me, and it was only agreed for an hour. The agreement was that he would only do the first hour, and he stayed on till the end.
Yeah, he was enjoying it, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he built it. Plus, we were 38th, mate. Yeah, so
there's only 37 played, mate.
it felt like it. I'll tell you what, in the end we were just laughing. I'll just press a button. We ain't got a clue here. Even ones we were sure of, we were getting wrong. It was like awful. It was the worst. The first round, literally, I think we got 1 in the first 9. It was like, man, because our goal in every quiz, I don't know about Yaya's, but our goal is to get our name up as fastest.
Yeah, I think a lot do that.
But we've changed our strategy the last 2 weeks just to try and get up the leaderboard by just going for the answers and not worrying too much. But that backfired.
It sometimes works out. It often doesn't.
Yeah. So what's up? Russ has thrown a lot of comments in there. Gruesome twosome. John, if you order an Indian, does a real Indian gentleman turn up? That's like ordering a deep fat. What's it? Deep fin. Deep fried, thin crusty supreme.
I don't know if it's for everyone, but you just go really weird for me then.
I don't know. It's
it's back to normal.
It was me stuttering. If you order a thin crusty supreme from Domino's, you get Diana Ross turn up.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
So I don't know why everyone hates the Harry Potter questions. I don't know what everyone's beef is with Harry Potter.
No, not a big fan. Not a big fan, as in never watched it.
I think everyone thinks I do it purposely now because there was a big debate about people not knowing the Potter questions and not liking them. And then every sort of quiz we did after that, there was a Harry Potter question in.
Oh, right. Okay.
I generally was not putting them in. They would just come as part of the quiz back. But it was a coincidence of the timing. Everyone blames me.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't see how people can't love a group of teenagers with magic powers going around doing magic things to each other, and then an evil sort of an evil wizard in a sense is trying to kill this teenager. I mean, that's great television. Okay.
I'd say it's not something. I've just never watched it. I don't know how good or bad. I've seen clips of. I don't think I've seen a full film. I'll just go back to a comment. Can we go back to that comment at 7:43, Scott? Sorry, I do try. This is how we work, guys. One of us keeps an eye on the quotes, and we just keep flitting between the comments, which is why it's very interactive. At 7:43, NMS made a comment. It starts with, yeah. Are you reading that? While I'm reading that?
I'd do it properly. I'm a professional. Did loads if men in my time.
I think that if is of.
I mean, it does. It doesn't come across in the best sort of.
Cheers, Rob, for confirmation.
I'm shocked there by NMS.
Yeah, very open. Cheers, Russ, for the confirmation. Is Harry Potter real or fantasy?
It's
real life.
Is this just fantasy?
Got it. We could do that if you went dark. We could do Bohemian Rhapsody. If you go dark, get your lights off, we could do it. That's it. Nice. I ain't got the thing. Oh, I have. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do it, Scott. I'm with it.
This is entertainment at its finest. This is.
This is how you do it. Is this a real life?
Is this just fantasy?
It's come on, easy come.
Here
Come on,
we
Scott.
go.
Get on in on love.
Anywhere the wind blows, doesn't really matter to me.
To me.
Ding,
Hey, nailed
ding.
it.
Yeah,
Nailed
but
it, mate.
absolutely
Hey,
smashed that, mate.
I smashed it, didn't we?
I mean, don't even need to practice.
No. Yeah, don't even, we could go straight into the Queen musical and get that.
Definitely, mate. I think so. Okay, I think we missed quite a bit here. But just to answer that question, though, from us being stupid with it, but I believe that Harry Potter is real. I think that the story has been told by someone who was at Hogwarts at the time, and they've come out and made their money by telling the story, pretending it's fake because they have to keep their identity. But I think secretly it's all happened and it's real.
Wow.
Just throwing it out
You
there.
need to put your light back on, Scott. You need to put your light back on as well. It's gone very dark again.
There we go.
Why are we echoing? I'm not now. Well, so you think Harry Potter's real?
Yeah, I generally
why
do.
not?
But I don't think he had a name like Harry Potter. I think he was probably called like Birth Pathaway or something like that. Birth Pathaway, I think was his
Nice
name.
bit.
But like,
Yeah.
they've obviously made it like sound better.
Have you got me on?
so-
I've got a little echo coming back, Scott. Have you got me on something?
No, but you did. Your sound went a bit weird earlier.
I'd stop now.
You sounded okay to me.
Yes, there was an echo coming back, but it's stopped now. Obviously, we're very professional and we like to perfect everything that we do, rehearsed and all that malarkey.
Oh, it's nothing but professionalism here.
From the moment we started. You daft buggers know my hair. Oh, Corey mess. It wasn't me that wrote "You've done a lot of men in your time." Those words did not come from Scott or me. They were your own words. They are written. They are factual, and they are documented.
Yeah. All we did was put them on the screen and repeat them.
Russell, Yaya's asking you a question about your quiz, Scott. While we were on that,
So that was about what happened to the music videos around. What happened and was I ran out. I had too many, and we pretty much covered most of the years. And I'll try. We'll have to repeat the years with different songs, I think.
that's a good idea.
But yeah, so Anna, you wouldn't be aware of that, but we used to play a music video. Well, say 5 music videos or 6 stitched together. Only like about 10 seconds of each, and you had to guess what year that it was.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot. I do something like that on my chat show, evening chat shows. Yeah, that'd be a good one to follow, mate. Different songs.
Although the one day I did something a bit wrong, so I had to restart it. But in doing so, I didn't realise the answer came up on the screen. So I replayed the video and we thought, bloody hell, everyone's getting this right. Like really quick as well. Everyone's getting this after the first one. It's because I put the answer on the screen.
What do you like? So we got some great feedback from our Bohemian Rhapsody there. Please don't, it's painful. The lovely Linda shouted out. Chris Millington, it's not how I remember it, but it's a bloody good attempt. Cheers, Chris. Back at you. John Reed, you should learn to sing. That's what I've been doing all half term, John. It was more
Alan Jones.
Nice face. Rachel's asking if her clipper, because she's got her clipper skills, are being brought into question, and they're not. Potsy face says Potsy is real as well. Potsy, is that how he's known? Is it?
Yeah, but that's how us friends call him. Yeah, me and Face close friends. Yeah,
Close friends with Potsy.
Yeah.
RWS magic is real. I know she believes that. Harry Potter films are good to chill. Yeah, she does. Yeah. And there's a lot of truth in what she spouts. She does harp on, but she's very honest. Harry Potter films are good to chill out to. Rachel Woods, it's the vibration now she can't cope. High up. Rachel's the only woman I know that I have to drive 5 times over the cattle grids up the Cleo. I have to keep reversing back over. Good evening, Richard Farlow. How are you?
Good evening, Richard. Thanks for joining us. And I am conscious though that we're half hour into it.
We are already. It goes so much fun. We could. I said that to Scott. We haven't got an interview this week, have we? This month, have we, Scott? I don't think next Monday.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Is it? I'll talk to you after actually about that. Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Okay, but I'm just conscious that we're almost halfway through the show.
Yeah,
and I'm still covered up.
You are still covered up, and I'm not prepped for it. And I've been back to the gym this week. I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger already. Madness, muscle memory.
Yeah, I went back to the gym the other day. Good. I was glad to be back on my favourite machine. I don't know if you know it. It's that one. It's got like loads of curly things in it. Like you type in a couple of numbers and then like chocolate falls out.
Vending machine.
Yeah, that's the one. I love that machine in the gym. Always on it. So Harry Potter's great if you're 12. Russ, come on, Russ.
I like that, Russ. I like that.
It's for all age. It's for all ages. I mean, if you watch the end of it, that's not for 12-year-olds, mate. That's for grown men. Yeah. You're never too old to watch people throw magic at each other and hurt each other with magic. It's brilliant. Or go back in time and stuff.
You're never too old. You're never too old for anything like this, Scott. You ought to have a whole round of Harry Potter just to miff your RR off next week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I did once do a Harry Potter quiz. 5 rounds of Harry Potter questions, and I dressed up as one of the characters.
Was the answer just ending in Arte of every question?
It was, but you had to guess the first letter, so that doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't. That's true. Oh, no, true. Yeah. All ages. Jenny's shouting. All ages. Russ is shouting. Was it shut? Come on, Scott. Get it off. Linda's shouting.
Ooh, there we go. It's what the women come for. It's what people want.
Evening, Tess.
Evening, Tess.
Standard Tess wave there. Emoji wave. There we go. It was Tess's birthday on last Friday, I think it was. Just before the show, yeah.
Happy birthday, Tess. For last Friday.
Yeah, Linda's waiting. Linda's wants to get a tip at your top off. I know that her daughter, RWS, that's all she comes on for as well. Rushes home from a heroic job just to come home and see you rush your shirt off. So, are you ready?
I was born ready.
We're born ready. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Scottease. Woo-hoo! Here we go. Can we see the words? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Scottease on a Monday night.
So today's choice of t-shirt says, "Of course I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice."
There you go. You need to finish the strip with a stand-up, I think, Scott, just to prove you've got trousers on, because we know you know what they're like.
I haven't got trousers on there.
No, that's a problem. Yeah, there we go. Of course, what was it saying again? I missed it.
Of course I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice.
Nice. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that was another Scottease on a Monday.
Woo! It's basically what Mondays are for now.
It is, to be fair. I don't think Mondays will ever be the same again. I think Mondays has been created just for your T-shirts.
I like you putting a little song there from Mel C. Things will never be the same again.
See, I don't know.
It's just the end.
See, that's the problem. Is Mel C? She's the sporty one, and she's Mel C.
She was, yes.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't tell you this, but it would have been fresh. Yeah, it would have been for our show last week on the day that we did our show, and I didn't even mention it. That Bozza Johnson went past me in a car, didn't he, in London?
Bozza? Was he looking for you? Did he want to come on? Did he want to come on?
That's what he was for. He was shouting at me at the window, and I was like, "Buzzer, not yet." You know what I mean? But yeah, he was saying,
let's wait till all this is blown over, Bozza, and then we'll get you on.
He basically wanted the exposure.
Yeah, he's not getting. Yeah. No, I get that. We ought to do that one night. Perhaps one night we could have people that you've inadvertently met, or you claim to have met when you haven't really met them. Maybe we could do that. You've sort of in that like Scott's situation there. He met Boris Johnson. We could have an evening where you've got to give us people that you've met, or you tell people you've met. But you've got to tell us the truth. We could have that. Because I've got a couple of those as well.
I mean, I couldn't even see him because the windows were blacked out. But the copper told me that he was in there. So, and it's practically meant we're best mates.
You practically got his autograph and a selfie, didn't you?
We're basically family. I mean, I don't know what anyone would say otherwise. I mean, I see him like a dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so close. Yeah, it was a moment, wasn't it? It was just a moment, and you just did it, wasn't it?
Well, we've both got crazy long hair as well, haven't we? So
yeah, got mad hair.
Yeah.
Nick NMS wants a quiz. That's what I was going to say. I don't know whether Scott could do us a small quiz one of the nights. Whether you can do that on here, Scott.
We could do, yeah. I mean, do we want it done as just where people put things in the answer, or should we go professional and have it through like one round of 10 questions, all answered on the phone, and then I'll tell everyone their answers after?
I don't know. So there you go. So maybe one night when we haven't got an interview at the end of the month or something. Oh, I've got a bit of delay. You can tell us, would you want to do it properly through the speed quiz and have an app on your phone? Or would you just want to put the answers in the comments and we'll do a 1-10 rounder? Because if you want to do a proper quiz, then just join Scott's proper quizzes on Wednesdays and Fridays. Tuesdays and Fridays. Sorry.
That's why you're never in on a Tuesday, because you're waiting for the Wednesday.
Yeah. Colin was making one.
So good evening to Carl, who's joining us as well.
Good evening, Carl.
All right, lads, hope you're well.
John Reed, Ted Beckham used to work for me. His boy played a bit of football, I think. There you go.
I think he means Harry Beckham. Yeah, I know him.
He does, yeah. Oh, Michael Owen. Michael Owen used to play for him. Yeah. Dave the Fence drove past Matt Calvin the other day, face.
Dave the Fence. Brilliant. I mean,
so, Dave the Fence, just
to say, though,
is
Dave the Fence a character from the 80s that I don't know about, that like you lot all...
Well, no, Dave the Fence would be someone that... A fence was always in the 70s, when in the 70s cop shows, the fence is always someone that the dodgy goods went through. So I had Nick, Dave would sell it on.
I knew there'd be like some old reference that I weren't getting.
Yeah. There's always a fence, whether that was somewhere he was like either a grass or someone that the goods went through. Yeah, give it. Dave the Fence will get you some of them. I don't know why it was fence.
Nice.
He works
was that before they were called Dell Boys?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing. Yeah.
He's a proper Dell boy. He always thought you are.
Yeah, that's it. Like that sort of thing. Dave the Fence, does he sell fences? Lol. All right, lads. Good evening, Carl. Ted Beckham. Fancy having David Beckham's dad working for you.
Oh, that's quite impressive.
It is quite impressive.
I mean, whenever I hear about David Beckham, it always makes me laugh. Of my mate who travelled, quite a lot to go to watch Manchester United training session stand outside of their training ground anyway, and wait for David Beckham to come out to have a photo with him. And it was back in the old days when it was like film, so you couldn't see it straight away. I managed to have his photo taken with David Beckham, and a month later, when they had it developed, they cut off David Beckham's head. So it's just my mates next to a Man United shit.
Oh, yeah, no, it could have been anybody, couldn't it? See, that could have been an idea. This is David Beckham out, but was it? I
still don't think it was David Beckham out. I think he's having me on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so I mean, I think it's about time we had a little bit of a debate. So, this is a good one, right? Because I know a few people do this. So, what well-known sayings have people got wrong?
What?
So, okay. Like something that's a popular thing, but people were saying it wrong for years.
Give us an example. Got any examples yourself?
I have, but now it's started. It's all gone out of my head. There was someone I know was, like sell sand to the Arabs.
Yeah.
Like one of my friends thought it was sell something else to the Arabs. I'm like, no, it's sand because they've got so much sand around them. But they couldn't get that, and they thought it was something completely else. I can't remember what it was now.
Okay.
But you probably get the drift.
Yeah.
So if anybody has got anything, a well-known saying that's around face you one try, winning lottery. That's that must be a grudging one to get wrong.
John's telling you there's a great story about horse riding by David Beckham that you could use in your stand-up.
Oh, there we go. Well, actually, I do actually know a bit of a story about David Beckham. And I know it's because he got like really, really excited one day, and he ran into Victoria, like really excited. And he said, Victoria, I've just finished this jigsaw puzzle. And she says, well, what's so great about it? He said, well, I did it in 43 days. She said, so why is that so great? It says 3 years plus on the box.
Hey! Come on, let's have it.
So it says, I always thought my dad said, up the 1-0. He likes footy. Years later, I found out it was Wooden Hill.
So it was up the Wood Nil to get a bet, wasn't it? Up the 1-0. Come on.
Up the 1-0. Up the 1-0.
Tom, up the 1-0.
What's the score? 1-0. Oh, up that 1-0.
Up the 1-0. Come on, Tess, now. Time, get yourself up the 1-0.
You said it was going to be 1-0. It was 2-1. You lied to me.
It wasn't so much he got wrong, but my granddad, bless him, he always used to say, because I don't know about your grandparents, but mine always used to lock up on it. Every night they'd lock up. So he'd go about 3 garden gates, a garage. So about 4:30, you go and visit on a Sunday afternoon. About 4:04. Come on, me and your nan want to lock up now, and he'd sort of usher you out the house. Lock up, gonna lock up, and they'd follow out, lock all the gates and the locks on the doors. We're gonna lock up now. You got to go. But then he'd say, "See you later," and he'd ring at my mum's to ask me what time I was going back. I said, "I'm not coming back." But he thought, because I'd said "see you later," he used to take it literally. So he'd unlock again, so I'd go back after he'd locked up.
Yeah. I mean, you got to say it's a nice thing that he would unlock everything for you because he thought you were going back.
Going back, yeah, I know, but he just spent like half an hour locking it all up. They had them keys with, I don't know if anyone remembers them keys with the ridges in. And they weren't like chub locks, we don't know. They had keys like a ridge, and you put them in a hole, and they had 2 on each door, and it locked the porch door, the garage. Yeah, mad.
We had some old doors that had them, yeah.
Yeah. Used to go tell you out. Look, here we go. Out myself, good kick. So me and RWS, because often I win conversations, let's put it like that, with RWS, because I like my facts and data. So at this point in time, although she's now caught up, at this point in time, I was quite ahead in the factual data conversation games because we have some quite deep ones. Okay. But we were there one night, and I couldn't stop laughing. Well, I can't remember the background of the story in detail, but she was adamant that it was good King Wenceslas last looked out.
On the Feast of Stephen.
Yeah, and I said, well, it kind of last looked out, can it? It's good King Wenceslas last looked out. And she was adamant. She was so confident that she was right, that it was good King Wenceslas last looked out. She was just lay there just looking at me like proper, yes, I've got him. And I just put it in Google and I went, it's not, look, it's good King Wenceslas last. It was a moment I should treasure, to be fair. See, Tess is the same. That's what I thought it was. No, it's not. It's good King Wenceslas last, not good King Wenceslas last looked out.
I'll be honest. I'm going to hold my hand up because RWS has been brave and outed it. I also years ago thought the same until someone pointed out to me.
So did me. I had to point it out, but it wasn't so much that she got it wrong, because I get it. It was the look. She was so confident that she hammered me into the ground. So confident. But I sat there smugly minding my own business.
No, I think Faces said he thought the same. So RWS, you're not alone. We're all with you on this.
Tess Louise.
I'm just the freak for knowing it.
Tess Louise thought it was as well. Yeah, no, that's right. I am the freak for knowing the facts. just how it is. I've got to do my beard, these bits here, do my editing. It's knowing the facts.
That's it. Well, I mean, the worst thing for me as well is I was in my school choir because I was cool at that.
Yeah. Yeah, go on. Nice line.
But yeah, so and I literally used to have to read that out of the hymn book, or like the books that we were given in the choir to read to sing the songs. And I still thought I got it wrong, and I used to read it.
Yeah.
So because that was my thing when someone said it to me. I mean, the same sort of conversation that RWS probably had. I was confident because I was like, mate, I used to read it out of the books, mate. I'm not stupid. I know what it is. I read it. He proved me wrong. I was like, oh yeah. Confidence gone out the window.
Old Tessie has thrown it out in herself quite a bit, but I think I used to do that one as well.
What? I used to think ice rink is called an ice ring. Okay. I've always thought of it as an ice rink, but I can see where you're coming from for the ring.
Terry did it for 20 odd years. It wasn't like a long term thing.
No, that's right. I done it 20 years. It's nothing.
Yeah. It wasn't like it stuck or anything.
I mean, to be fair, there's not really much time that we talk about ice rinks or rings around here because there's not really much chance to go.
No, there isn't. No, there isn't.
So, where are we? Our NMS says RWS, nothing like hammering him to the ground. Was that something else we're on about there, or?
No, I think that was just when she thought she got him into the ground with Good King Wenceslas lass.
Oh, I thought that was a completely different conversation about something else.
No.
But you've been hammered to the floor.
She loved that.
Faye says, yeah, me too. That's through the ice rink. A lot of people on that then.
Yeah, the ice. I'm sure I used to do the ice rink one as well.
I work with a guy who calls on sweeps.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to put that on the screen because it's quite hard for her to kind of get it without seeing it.
There's also the one. Is a lot of people say Birmingham, innit?
Birmingham.
Come from Birmingham.
And it says, if only. Is that referring to hammering Andy to the floor?
It is, yeah. Come in, we getting smashed into the floor for another day or something. That's very kind, but thanks. It's Monday. Let me have the rest of the week.
But if you do it and film it, we can show it on here next week.
Yeah, okay. Be on OnlyFans. That's where it'll be. Worcestershire sauce. There's a great meme, and I think, see if I can find it. There's a great little, I don't know whether it's on YouTube, of that. While you just keep talking for a few seconds, Scott.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious because I'm looking at a comment from RWS that asked me how I say a place. But I'm feeling that because there's a question about it, that what I say is probably going to be wrong. I'm guessing there's like the way people say it is wrong.
I'll say how I say it then if you want, because it's probably aimed at me somehow.
Well, okay. Well, I'll say it first because I might say that I was swayed by yours. I'm guessing RWS has heard how you've said it before, right?
Yeah.
So I would say it as Bicester.
Okay. I would say Vista.
Oh, okay, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Faith said the same as you, Vista. Weird.
Tenterhooks, yeah. I know.
I'm going to see if I can get it up on the official thing for that.
While you're doing that, I'm going to play this meme. I don't know if you can see it, which is really good. It's quite. When I first saw it, I didn't know what it was about.
3 of the hardest things for people to say. I was wrong. I need help. And Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce.
I like that. Makes me laugh. Yeah.
So it looks like I'm on my own here with this pronunciation, which is why I was weird.
What was yours?
I would just say it's Bicester, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got RWS is going Bicester, Tess is going Bicester. So Scott, you pronounced it Bicester in the quiz on Friday. according to RWS.
Hang on, I've got it up here.
Mate, you can't do anything. They're all over you, mate. These fans, they're all over you. They're watching your every move.
Yeah, apparently it's Bista. Who
There
knew?
you go.
I've always called it Boicester.
Toaster, I say toaster. Isn't toaster Towcester though? Isn't it Towcester?
Yeah, so it does seem like they I mean, I've never heard it called that before.
Bista. So what is it, Bista?
Yeah. According to this. Bista.
There you go.
Huh?
Scottease is Bicester. Who else have we got with Bicester? Just you and Tess then. The rest of us have gone Bista.
I think me and Tess are right and everyone else is wrong. Even these YouTube videos.
Can you do toaster in your little thing as well? Because Linda's going toaster for toaster. I'm going toaster.
Okay. Is that how it's spelled?
No, it's Towcester. Tess says you and her are pot. The old Tess, you've got low standards. Right? Face is going toaster as well. I'm going toaster.
It's toaster.
Toaster.
Mm.
Torture. Torture, yeah. There's the thing.
Yeah, it's more or less basically said like the toaster maker that turns bread into toaster.
The toaster maker that turns bread into toaster.
I mean, I am really good at describing things. It's a big talent of mine.
Yeah, the toaster maker that turns bread into toast. That's great.
I mean, companies come to me and say, "Look, we've got this product, but we can't find the right description for it." And I thought, "What's it doing?" And I go, "Well, basically, it starts off as bread, and then you put it in, and then it comes out as toast." And then I've gone, call it the toast maker that turns bread into toast. And I've gone, "You're a genius, mate! Absolutely smash that."
That's just smashing. That's just remarkable. Yeah, that's a bread maker. How about Haysham? Lou Smith doesn't know what we're on about. Neither do we, Lou. Don't worry yourself about it. Neither do we.
No, I think me and Andy both often describe the show as we just rabble on for an hour talking about stuff we don't know about.
Yeah, and most of it's led by you guys, as I often say when I post it. It's you guys that create the content most of the time. We have a couple of little standard things, but generally it comes from what you guys say in the comments.
Exactly, so keep the comments coming.
Say again.
I said, in that case, keep the comments coming.
Yeah, without the comments, me and Scott be bored silly.
Although we do have to take a break from the comments in a minute because there's a big feature to come up.
Okay.
Andy recommends.
It is. It's to be a fairly quick one tonight, but I have got a product to recommend. And I'm hoping, in one respect, that the product doesn't work like it did the other night, or the other afternoon, I should say, because if it does, you may see me cry live on stage.
Okay.
It's food related, by the way. It's not going to be anything painful, but I'm hoping that the product has just calmed itself down a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. It's only going to be a short one. It won't be the massive normal.
Okay, well, I think we'll aim to that in a couple of minutes then.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, if you're ready, I mean, we could go now.
I have the product there.
Okay.
It's right on Scott's lap. There it is. I'm going to review. I'm going to put my head down there and fetch it, and it's right there. Yeah.
I know you said it was a small one. I didn't realise you're on about the product.
It's very small, and it won't take very long, and it's just down there.
I know exactly what you're on about. You're talking about my little finger.
Your little finger. Here's a good question. John's put a question there, but perhaps for another day. How old is an old bullock? One question I can never. When's a new potato not a new potato? That's one that's always, when do you buy new potatoes? When are they not new potatoes anymore? I've always wondered that. That's always been in my mind.
Very good point.
It is a good point. But yes, I'm ready when you are for my. It's probably
blowing the mind things. That right? I'll go for an introduction for you again.
Do it,
ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the reason that you've come here. No, it's not Scottease. That was earlier. The second reason that you've come here is for Andy Recommends. Woo!
Happy days. Tonight I have a half-eaten bag of crisps because I'll tell you why. At the weekend, went up to the top of Clear Hill with RWS. We went to the Clear Hill to see the sunshine, took the dogs. And on the way, we went to the Sainsbury's Express in Stourport, a local town. If you're not from round my way, then you'll know where Stourport is. And you won't know where Stourport is, but if you are from round my way, you will know where Stourport is. Anyway, we went to this new Sainsbury's garage place. And we got some, sandwich, drink, and, meal. What's it called? Meal deal. Got a meal deal. Good evening, John. We got a meal deal. Well, in my meal deal, I picked up salt and vinegar crisps. There they are, salt and vinegar crisps. That's what I picked up. Whoa, I haven't changed. I got to the top of Cleo. I thought I'll have me some salt and vinegar crisps because that's what I like. We laid out the blanket. We got the picnic going. The dogs were having fun. The sun was shining. And I thought, I'll have me a salt and vinegar crisp. Well, I got me salt and vinegar crisps, standard crisps, orange pack, green packet, standard, big bag. But they are so they haven't lost it. I thought they might die off a bit, but I couldn't eat them all. Well, I've got half a packet left. I thought I'm keeping them for the review. They are called Seriously Salt and Vinegar. Now, I've got to say, this was a grab bag. I've got to say, I would recommend them, but only if you like really, really strong salt and vinegar. I wasn't expecting it. You know that when you're not expecting it, like this. So I highly recommend them if you want some seriously strong salt and vinegar crisps. But I would also say, as a word of warning, when you get your meal deal at a Sainsbury's garage, which is where I got these from, I'm sure they're available at other garages, then make sure you're buying the crisps you actually want. Because I thought I was just getting normal salt and vinegar. And I'll be honest, I think they'd have had to got an air ambulance if I'd eaten the whole packet quickly. So there's my review. They're fantastic crisps if you like your seriously salt and vinegar. But beware if you think you're buying normal salt and vinegar. They're seriously strong.
I was worried for a minute. I thought you were going to struggle on air then.
I thought they might have died off a bit. I thought they might have calmed down because they've been open since Saturday. They are so strong, it's ridiculous. I didn't know I'd bought them. I thought I'd just bought something at Chris, and I put a whole handful in. Jeez.
You had a dry mouth after, didn't you? Seriously.
My eyes were streaming. I was proper my God.
And that's the thing, though. They should have changed the colour a little bit, or made it a darker green or something.
Yeah. Well, I just
looked like the same.
You got all the crisps at the bottom that says part of the meal. I just grabbed some vinegar. Happy days. That's it. But because I grabbed them some sort of handful, put them in, proper choking, and tears coming down my face.
I mean, one thing that I did pick up from that though, Andy, is at the start of the conversation when you were describing what was going on. You're a bit of a smooth operator, mate. Laying out the blanket with a little, at the top of Cleo, a little bit of picnic. I mean, you spoke it when you were choking, but before that, it was very romantic.
It was, man. Well, I think the problem was just a blanket stops getting our clothes dirty. And it was just going to sit because we do like up Cleo, to be fair. It is a beautiful sight. But yeah, it was just a last-minute decision. But, whoo! Don't do it with seriously salt and vinegar crisps. That's all I would say.
I mean, I'm actually glad you've done that because I would have probably picked them up without, because I'm not the sort of person that studies, what I pick up, I just pick it up. Yeah. So I would have said, salt and vinegar, I'll have some of them.
It does say seriously salt and vinegar there. To be fair, it was my own fault. I cannot blame Walkers. It says there seriously salt and vinegar.
I think you can though, because it's the same sort of colour And the seriously bit does not show up very well on that.
No, I didn't even. I just grabbed somebody because I grabbed colour. Exactly that. I grabbed colour, and that was what I wanted. But oh man, I paid dearly for a few minutes. I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, as Lou says, mate, those I can't exactly say what she said, but those people tricked you.
They did trick me, without a doubt. They did trick me. Gary Lineker never chokes. He's probably never tried them.
He has the ready salted in every pack.
He does. He just has plain.
No matter what flavour's on the packet, it's always ready salted inside.
I went in the shop the other day and asked if they got any helicopter crisps. He said, "No, mate, I've only got plain." So it's like, yeah, there's jokes and everything, Scott. You can make 10 minutes out of all this.
I would say, to be fair, I'm shaking my head, but I'm actually writing down, making notes. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So next week I'll do something that's not food related, because obviously it was food related the last 2 weeks. So we'll do something. But
I'm a big fan of food, so I don't mind if you keep doing food related stuff.
Well, this one was just by chance, really, wasn't it? It was really by chance that came along. So it was an opportunist review from an opportunist product.
So, Linda says you nearly paid it dearly then.
I did.
They were only 50 pence, which was quite cheap.
Well, they were part of the meal deal, £3.50, and I think I had a bottle of Fanta, chicken and pork stuffing sandwich,
nice.
And then killer crisps.
Was that on a Sunday as well?
Saturday.
I thought you had the chicken and stuffing on a Sunday.
No, Saturday I had that. Saturday.
On Sunday, did you just stay in and have a proper roast dinner?
No, Sunday I did myself a cottage pie.
On a Sunday?
On a Sunday I did cottage pie, which I've also had for tea tonight, some left.
That's unforgivable, mate.
It's
I mean, I'm a tolerant man, but that is unforgivable.
Are you disgusted at my not having a Sunday roast?
Yeah. I mean, I make sure wherever I am, whatever I'm doing on a Sunday, I have a Sunday roast. I could be in the desert struggling, and I'd get a Sunday roast on a Sunday.
Yeah, see, I just have a roast any day of the week I want, but I call a Sunday lunch just a Sunday lunch. I don't. If it's chops or chicken, it's meat and two veg. That's just, I don't separate. I can't work out. You might be able to, like, what is a Sunday roast? What is a roast dinner compared to chicken, veg, potatoes, mashed potatoes, and all that on a Tuesday? What's the difference?
So basically, a Sunday roast is the traditional way of doing it. And then people basically just started doing it on every other day and dropped the Sunday bit and just call it a roast.
So it's no different meal-wise then? So if I have like two chicken breasts and a load of veg and some potatoes and all that on a Tuesday night, that's still a Sunday lunch, but it's a Tuesday.
You always get these people that, like, whenever there's something going on, they always want to, like, change it and do it a different way. I think that's just what happened. Someone just took a Sunday roast and went, I like a Sunday roast, but Sunday I'm going to have it on a Tuesday. And they can't have that because it's called a Sunday roast. And they go, yeah, but I'll just call it a roast and they can have it on a Sunday. And I can have it on a Tuesday.
That's what I do.
No, but it's wrong. Those people are wrong.
So, like, Tess Louise, I ate 20 mini Viennettas. Yeah, do you know what was most disgusting about that, Tess? The mini Viennettas, because there's only so many in a packet, and I had 2 packets. I think it's 5 in a pack, and I had 10 or something like that. And they're from Aldi, by the way, those particular ones. I'm sure they're available elsewhere. I went to the freezer one night thinking, I'll have one of them. Thinking, because they're only little, to be honest. I thought it might have fallen down between something, and I couldn't find one. I'd eaten them all. And do you know when you're, like, really disappointed when you can't find something? You think there's going to be one that slipped down the front of the shelf, or I was moving stuff because they're in little white packets, but no, there was none left. I was devastated. It's
like when I think, I love a pop noodle tonight. I can't wait. And then, like, I go in the cupboard and there's no pop noodles. No,
it's just proper tomato sauce with cottage pie. No, I have them. Worcestershire sauce on mine. I make them in cottage pie, to be fair.
You know what? I don't think I've ever had Worcester sauce.
I only put it in the cottage pie. My son used to have it on everything, but like after like a condiment, I put it in the cooking. I don't put it as a separate thing.
No, I don't think I've ever tried it. Even I probably had it in things without realising. And I think I had Worcester sauce crisps once.
Yeah.
This is practically the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, why not? NMS had pork belly with all the trimmings. See, like you, Andy, I do 3 roasts 3 times a week. Well, from what we've heard about you earlier at NMS, I'm not sure what you mean there by roast 3 times a week. So we'll move on. Face.
Tess has had roast tonight, look.
While watching the show?
She has sat there mushing down a roast. Face has had that compared with having a kebab while you're sober.
NMS says, John, no, if not, it was homemade. I can't say that word again.
No, because you love it.
Bad language in there, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
No,
My nan used to have it in a Bloody Mary, John. A tomato juice Bloody Mary. My nan used to drink it with the tomato sauce in, Worcester sauce in.
NMS says, put Worcester sauce in cottage pie and casserole, etc.
Yeah, I'll do that. I don't think I can have it as an extra, but it's all right in the food.
Okay. Lou Smith says she loves cooking. To be fair, I've never really cooked much properly in my life, like, proper kind of like recipes. But recently I've really sort of got into it. And like, I used to be just like throw a few chips and chicken nuggets in the oven and that would do something. But now actually like looking at recipes and trying to like make my own things and, trying different, like I said, like the mustard sauce, trying different sauces and stuff like that.
When you got to an age where you realised that chicken nuggets and dinosaur shapes weren't going to cut it. What was that? 31, 32, something like that.
33.
Yeah, 33. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm finally grown up. I'm finally becoming a man.
No more dinosaurs for you. Yeah.
Well, I've still got to have dinosaurs every now and again, just not every night.
Do you like? Yeah, that's a good shout. RWS is made there. My daughter had it. She came round the other week before she went back to uni and cooked a meal, a Thai veggie meal. It was, to be fair, and it was out of a book called Pinch of Nom, and it was gorgeous. It was veggies, there was no meat. It was really, really nice. So RWS bought it, the book, and she made one last week as well.
Yeah,
maybe Andrew could cook something from it, and I'll review it. Maybe he could. Yes, maybe he could.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, you can cook for RWS next week, and then she can come and tell us what she made of it.
What?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Well, I ate a blanket and bought her a ready meal. What more does she want?
You're a romantic, as I said earlier.
I'm a charmer. What are they're all talking about? I don't know what they're talking about. I've lost track. They're talking about Bloody Marys and things, I believe. I love celery. I remember going to France from school once, and we stayed overnight in a French kid's house and went to their school for the day. And the one meal on the night was celery soup, but it was basically water with real thin strips of celery floating around in it. And I remember that from when I was like 12. Ugh, never again. Now I don't know what that was about. I don't know what it was about.
Is that one thing that like you see that, and then every time now you see it, you just flashes back to that memory, and you just don't want it.
I ate the French because of it, to be honest. Yeah, I ate French. There we go. Look, see, Tess Louise. I was just typing. You need to get that Pinch of Nom book. It's a great book. I've got to be honest. I've had 2 meals from it now. One from NMS and one from Meg, and it was like stunning with food. And sounds quite simple. I haven't cooked from it, but it sounds quite simple.
How are you getting all these people to cook for you? I mean, what's the secret?
Well, one's my daughter, and the other one does as she's told.
So basically, I need to have a daughter. Is what you're saying, and then they can cook for me.
Yeah, get a daughter, and then you get a daughter, and then the girlfriend wants to keep up with the daughter, and she just does as she's told as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I definitely can see that you wear the trousers, not right.
I do, yeah. Face is going to send me something to review. It's quite a challenge. There's a story behind them. Send me the review story, Face, or I'll review it, and then you can tell us the story after.
There we go. Well, I mean, and I don't know if you've noticed, but we've been so wrapped up in all this that we've gone over time.
We have gone over time. He meant RWS, not NMS. Did I say NMS? Did I? I do apologise if I did. I don't believe I meant NMS. Anyway, that's my night ruined.
You did say NMS. That's why I thought you had another one.
No, mate, I can't afford one. No, mate. My apologies. I was probably reading comments at the same time.
I mean, there's that awkward moment, but we're going to move on from it.
Yeah, move on, Scott. Quickly move on. I'll just have a crisp. Have a crisp. Be all right. I'll have a crisp and a biscuit. Be all right.
You'll be getting some messages after this, mate.
Yeah.
It's all down now while everyone's watching. As soon as that camera's off.
Oh, that's
What else be in your shoes, mate?
She's not here. Thankfully. So that's the
right
end
these days. Should there be phone calls, video calls?
That's the end of my career. I'll be. It's been great, Scott.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. It's been lovely to get to know you. Shame it's come to an end quickly, yeah. But
all good things have to come to an end. Great chat. Thank you both. Phone me anytime. I will do, John. I will certainly be in touch, mate. Don't worry about that. Hopefully, we'll be able to do something, and I'm going to speak to Scott about something for here as well. So, yeah, we will be. I will certainly be in touch, mate. Because I'd love to come and have a look around and what have you. Maybe we do something, all of us. Also,
just point out that John volunteers in a prison. He's not off to prison soon because he's done something bad.
No.
He is off to prison soon because he's a volunteer and helps out with people. I mean, Andy, you might know a bit more about that. Remember from last week? That,
I met up with John in the week. Again, completely cold. He came on the show last Monday. Thought it was great. We made a connection. And I went to visit John very kindly, invited me round the other day. And we had a chat. John does some brilliant stuff. All communities, Scott, to be fair. But he does some really important work in prisons in the sense that helping some of the prisoners that re-socialise, I suppose would be a good word. They're isolated, aren't they? That's their punishment. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But they are punished. They are being punished, but they're also very isolated from the real world. And by being very biased to whatever's happened, whatever they've done, and treating them as human beings, John does a lot of work in trying to help them remain part of society, if that makes sense, but within the walls of the prison. So yeah, it's great stuff that John does, and he does other stuff around local community as well. So good man, nice to meet him, and a pleasure to make his acquaintance.
Brilliant. Yeah, well done, John. And thank you again for joining the show. Thank you to everybody else for joining. It's been an absolute pleasure again. It's been that great that we've gone 10 minutes over because we've just been enjoying ourselves that much talking to you all. So yeah, from me, it's an absolute goodbye. Andy, any last words from you?
It is, and it's been a wonderful few weeks, and I will see you. Probably I won't, to be fair. So the final time for me. Ta-ra.
Ta-ta, everyone.